That you actually said on the morning show that one of the best shows that you want to be on, gospel shows, is the TRG show.
Yes.
And today you fulfilled your promise.
Yes.
And everyone is listening to you right now. I got tweets, I got messages everywhere that everyone is locked down in Accra now.
Yes.
And we are discussing this is gospel. How does that feel?
It feels great, and as I said, definitely one of my favorite shows on radio. I don't know how I came about it, but I think I normally drive by this time, and when I turn on my radio and it's on hits, I listen to you. I think I feel the sincerity in your voice when you speak about the gospel. I feel like you're so into it, and it's not just a show, but some experience that when people listen to it, they feel so connected. So I was connected to it. I like the whole vibe. It's very positive. And if you've known Sarkodie for a while, I'm drawn to positive energy. So I really, really genuinely love the show. And actually, but I thought I wasn't fit for it, you know.
Why are you not fit for it?
In a way, it kind of like, you know, it felt, I don't know, it just felt like it's a realm that you have to be in. You know, it is not just a gospel show. It just feels like it's a realm that you have to be in. And I'm honored, you know, for you to give us the opportunity to share the platform with you, because I think you've built it to a certain level where concerning with the type of music that we do, you know, as hip-hop artists or rap artists, this is a go-to, like a getaway to get you back on track, you know. So that experience is why I say, like, I feel a bit, you know, disconnected. In all, I think we're all humans and we are children of God, so the show is for all of us.
Okay,
so
you've just given the right answer. Christ came for everybody. He did not select a kind of people to speak or minister to. So, you know, one of the parlance that we use in the Christian community is that the church is a hospital for sinners. It's not a gathering of saints. It's actually for people who feel that they need cleansing. And that's where they go to seek refuge. So welcome. I mean, this is your home.
Thank you.
This is you
God
should be
bless you.
comfortable on this show than any other show.
I am very
Because this is your father's house.
Yes.
And you're about your father's business.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So yeah, we go straight. And on this segment is the Damascus experience segment. And in the Bible, we read about Saul. Once upon a time, he was persecuting Christians. And he had an encounter with Christ one time. And he was struck down. And Christ changed him from persecuting Christians to be fisher of men. So it's a sharp contrast and a very quick turnaround. And he became positive from there onwards, like you said, with that positive energy, and he started winning people for Christ. And we believe in every Christian journey, in every Christian life, one has one moment or two had an experience, a real experience with the man Jesus or God himself, that on this show we feel people like you should be here to share it and bring out the reality, because people see you as demigods. You know, so the reality will be out there. So for you, in a minute, in some few minutes, share with us your personal encounter with God. How did you meet that man? Who ministered him to you? I mean, how did you encounter him? Just share with us.
Okay. I think my story is a bit different. I don't think there was a time, you know, because I think from birth, I've been very blessed and lucky to have my mom. I come from a serious Christian home. My mom is the type that you would have to go to church before you can eat, you know, that type of strict Christian home. And I learned to know God through her, you know, because when she prays, I was a kid, but I used to see my mom pray to God like she could see him, or like in front of him. You know, he has a personal conversation. He doesn't do the prayers like the usual prayer, oh Father, this and that. She's a fancy, you know, so sometimes very angry, talks to God. And I feel like it's this guy like standing next to her, like who is he, you know, ordering him to do stuff. Like, this is what I want. And if you don't do this, and you're going to disgrace me, it's up to you. Papa. So growing up, I felt this man is listening to my mom every time, because she used to heal us with even Lipton, just normal tea, and she would say whatever she wants to say, and then she gives it to us, and quickly it goes away. So that covering from that time has made me believe that there's someone bigger up there looking out for all of us. And there's been situations that I've been through that I survived, that those situations people would like to take their lives, but I didn't even think of it because of what my mom brought me up with, you know, my mind, my mindset. So I feel like there's somebody guiding me, you know, through my whole career. You know, so encountering God, I think my mom did it from birth. That's all we knew as kids.
Okay.
You know, before being like turning adults. So I'm proud to say me, myself, and my siblings, it's rare to find someone who's a bit like a ruffian, who's out there like, you know, we are all grounded. As much as we're humans, we have flaws. There's something that keeps us intact, and that's what my mom taught us, that there's a big man up there that if you, he's our father, and if you, they're not ansoninia, you know, there are, you know, punishments that you take, and if you don't associate yourself with him, you know, there are things that can happen to you along the line. So our understanding of that doesn't make us realize even when we're going through hardship, because we feel like it's just, our understanding is different. I thank my mom for that. That is the upbringing that we got.
Awesome. I mean, you are so privileged that your mom actually handed the Bible over to you at a very young age. Most of us and most of the young people we have today, it's very difficult to, because of the busy schedules of the Accra life, the hustling and everything on the streets of Accra. Parents find it difficult to hand over the Bibles to their children. You are so fortunate. And so, but for you, yours is different. But I entreat everyone listening to us right now. You heard it from Sarkodie straight. The mom actually handed Christ or God to him. If you've not had that personal experience, I invite you. It's a sweet experience we're about to experience right now. He's about to share some more with us. And so if you don't know him today, I present him to you. Just like he was presented to Sarkodie, I present the man, Jesus, to you this evening. So for you, it means that, I mean, you have a little knowledge about that man, and you do communicate with him, yes?
Yes.
Great. So, can you share with us, whether one or two, life-changing testimonies? What are the few things that you feel that he came in so real, and you stood back and said, no, this is the hand of God. It is not any human making.
Yeah.
Do you have such critical experience you want to share with us? One or two?
Yes, a whole lot. I think my whole life has been based on that.
Come on, let's take it. Let's take one.
I
Very
survived
interesting.
in life, just basically because of believing this man up there. Critical example is me putting a challenge to him, like my mom always does. My mom would challenge God, like my father, I'm talking to you directly. If you don't do this and do this, I'll be very disappointed. You know. So when I wanted to come out as an artist, I think I used to hang around a bunch of guys who gave me advice on how people make it in the industry, in the music industry. They're talking about some scary stuff that I know the background I'm coming from, there's no way that I can. That means it's literally a no for me. I can't be a star. I can't do what I want, what I'd really love to do. Because they were talking about, you know, going to certain places to drink this type of water, and then you meet somebody, they will have something that you do, and then people will love your music, they will follow you. I'm like, the home that I'm from, you know, my mom is so strict that to date I don't drink. I can drink, but that thing is always here. You feel like, you know, she will be watching somewhere. But I'm old, I can do whatever I want. Same with Christianity. So I felt even if you thought about going somewhere to seek help, your mom would realize it. You know, so that fear was there. But then I had to trust God. I said, this is what they're telling me. My mom presented me to you and said, my mom told me that when she had Beth, she told God, I'm not taking care of this child, you are. So if anything, the outcome of this child is your works.
It's your responsibility.
Exactly. So I also asked him, so Daddy, this is the situation. This is what I want to do. But these are the things they're saying I have to do. But I know it goes against your word, and I can't do it. So you have to prove to them that it's possible, that you can do it without it. So everybody else, but there's a lot of people, even now, there are underground artists who still believe in that whole idea of you need to go somewhere for protection, someone has to do something for you to blow. I think it's there, it exists. I've not been there, but I think the fact that you're even talking about it means it's there. But as a child of God, you need to believe, you know, in your faith. And that is what I did for a year. I asked him, there was a I don't remember which year, but there was a particular year that I asked him that if it doesn't happen, then I might have to back out, because I was young, I was vulnerable. Someone is telling me this is how this and that they made it. If you don't do it, it's not going to happen. So that's it.
At what age was that? You remember how old were you at that time?
I was pretty young. I was very young.
Like 15, 16, 18? Or you were beyond 18?
I think I might be a little bit beyond that.
Beyond 18?
Yes, but I was still vulnerable. You know, those are the ages you talk to friends a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you hang around with them a lot. Yeah. So whatever they say, you believe. And they are so sure of themselves when they speak. So convincing, you know. But from the home I come from, you can't even think of that as an option, you know. So I gave God, you know, that year. If that didn't happen, I was going to go back to do a normal job like anybody else. I was into graphic designing, so probably I would do like, I'll go to an office, design billboards or whatever. But that same year, you know, things started picking up. You know, people started liking me. I was on radio, shouts to Adum FM, you know, people voted and they would call. And then almost everything I do, like I'll be the first person. I'll always come out first. Like when people see you, they want to have more of you. Can you call that same guy? I want to have a show. Just gradually. And I became, you know, I think it's still happening, but at that point I became what I wanted to be and even more. And, you know, taking all these awards. And this is by just literally just doing the music and doing what I love, but it still happened. You know, so then I was like, nah, you know, this is
the hand of God.
And when people ask me how you do it, and when you say God, that is the normal sense, but it's very serious. It's literally God. It has nothing to do with you, because my experience, I know I have nothing to do with what is happening. I'm doing my bit as I'm working hard, but I know people who work 10 times harder than I do. You know, but maybe their state of mind is not helping them. You know, their beliefs, it makes them have a reaction towards even the hustle that drags it for a very long time. But I believe